they are Team Dignitas up 1-1 versus Alternate. And we have Linked playing Rhaegar, Chris playing ETC, Bloody Dragon playing Stitches, and in the bot lane, Salas playing Sergeant Hammer, and Nurok on Raynor.
And Alternate, this is now essentially a BO1 for both teams. They had the luxury of coming in as the leaders, going 1-0 up, and then dropping the Cursed Hollow map in very strange fashion. Gluehammer on the top lane, Nazebo. 3 men mid right now in the form of Mopsio, Ardren, and Alan. And in the bot lane, all by himself, is Krolu playing the medic Uther.
That's definitely one of the nicest skins for Uther.
Yes, it is.
And mid lane with a triple stack. Interesting way to play this. They might have to rotate down just to deal with that other triple stack in the bot lane by Dignitas. This looks like a nice line setup.
Are they going... What are they doing? Are they going for a 3-man roam squad here because they know ETC's wave clear at level 1 isn't great? It looks like that's what they're doing. Okay, no, Tasta's... He's toying with the idea, should I stay or should I go to bot lane? And it looks like he just wants to stay mid. He didn't really want to risk much there. So they're happy going 3v3 down here. They don't really have the wave clear to deal with the hammer push that's going to come in on them. But nighttime is up in 25 seconds. I expect Nazebo to maybe play a little bit safer up top and grab his own seeds. And then probably Tacita will join the bot lane force and try and contest those, I think.
Yeah, Nazebo definitely has to watch out here. If there are any good hooks coming out, he's in trouble. And he knows this. Turning around before all the minions dissipate, definitely a better idea to go for. They might even swap, but looks like it's not happening for now. Knight has fallen, and he's going for the first few free seats over here. In the meantime, Dignitas also catching theirs down here. Kind of funny that they're not going for the top chamber, though. So it's a little bit closer to their side of the map.
They're gonna go for it now. Alternate. They're gonna actually leave Diablo to solo this one. He gets far-sighted by Rhaegar. I haven't seen that one in a while, but it makes sense on a map like Garden of Terror where you get so much information from it. And of course it's on a lower cooldown than, say, Uther's Clairvoyance. So it's understandable as to why he'd take that. The Amplified Healing as well. We actually have double Gathering Power on Zeratul and Nazebo. Really going for a late game style here and just try and go for a interesting source of damage, let's say. It's not a conventional source.
Yeah, also a little bit of a different build here on Diablo, going for Devil's Stew, reducing his resurrection cost to 60 souls.
Yeah.
So usually you see the increased soulstone aggregation, but he's not going for that.
No, and they're actually going to take their hard camp very early on, our alternate. And they may transition over to their easy camp after Ardren is able to tap Fountain. They're going to get some help from Nazebo here. Diablo can only tank so much. Just get some extra damage down. But a 3-minute hard camp here. And now it's going to get CV'd out a little bit too late. But even so, that's pretty impressive. Good timing there from Alternate to grab that one. It's going to push the top lane as both teams go into this level 7 talent with 90 seeds each. They're happy being even, but what talents are we going to see from these
Blood
guys?
Dragon needs to watch out, and what a great zombie wall onto Blood Dragon. It's going to dissipate quite soon, and he does get away, but that was a little bit too close for comfort for our Stitches player. And yeah, as you said, this is an incredibly strong push here by the hands of Alternate, and they're doing this so well. Adrian comes in to help it out. Ooh, barely missing that hook. A little bit too soon, just before the gate got away. And already doing quite a bit of siege damage here, 17,000. But so is Vala down here. Vala and Reyna did quite a bit of work here, and the gates are down. They're also going in with their bruisers. And, well, I think Krolu might need some help down here. 3 bruisers still alive. We might see a rotation out of some of these heroes. But no, they're just going for the siege camp beforehand.
Yep, and Linked far-sighted this one. Stitches has only just taken his level 7 talent. It's a pretty big debate. Obviously wanting to go for that damage. He's got the increased toxic gas, increases duration and size by 25%. So pretty good there for him, adding to his damage total. When you have an ETC on your team, you have the freedom to go for that.
Nurok is in trouble. There comes the storm. does push Alan back, but Adrian comes in,
Yep.
slams him against the wall, and there is Alan jumping in with a nice cleave to take him out. And that's first blood going to Team Alternate, and they're pretty much dead even with the experience, but well, Alternate getting a little bit boost here.
Yeah, a roam squad of Diablo and Zeratul not only brings you 2 forms of CC from the Diablo, but a ton of damage from the Zeratul, and of course the slow as well. And let's take a quick look at Zeratul's talents. Of course, he took block level 1, gathering power, and into first aid, so playing a safe Zeratul for now. Sometimes you see Regen Master on Zeratul at level 1, but because they have this Rainer in there, the Hammer as well, wanting to go for that block to try and help him out survive the initial burst that comes out as soon as he shows himself.
Oh, interesting. We're seeing Apocalypse on Diablo.
Yep.
Of course, one of the ways to get rid of ETC, because he did take... Oh, he took Stage Dive. Okay.
Yeah. So
So going for go for the mobile talent here on one of the biggest maps in the game.
which is understandable. Also, the Apocalypse is good for Sergeant Hammer if Hammer doesn't take Resistant at level 1. Hammer's taken Resistant at level 1. So that Apocalypse is going to do very little. It's what, a 2-second stun? That's going to be a 0.5 second stun onto Hammer, and it's going to allow no time, but we're actually going to see Crowley get engaged upon.
Oh, he needs to watch out. He's being body blocked here quite a bit. But can he get away? Nope. Popping his heroic, but still he's so incredibly low. Can he heal himself? No. Not in time. And they're not going to push this. They're going for the bottom Shambler here. Uther just being a little bit ballsy there, but of course he can just do whatever he wants in that ghost form. Be a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Alternate got their Shambler down a little bit faster, so they could go for some counter-aggression here. But it seems a little bit too risky. Uther is still on cooldown. He's going to be back in 1 second. And there we go. They have their Shambler on the way, though.
Yep.
Mopsio is in there.
So for the second night time in a row, they're just like, we'll take our 90 seeds, you can take your 90 seeds, we'll be happy, we'll stay the same, everybody's even. Speaking of even,
Lynx?
Link's health bar is not even.
Oh yeah, definitely not. He's even being polymorphed there, but he does get away. That was pretty close. And this is going to give quite the offensive advantage to Alternate here. But Link already being back up, he still has most of his mana pool available. And we're just going to see the dance of death here around this fort. Still, nice little offensive position here for Alternate. That gives you a little bit of an edge here, and you just need to watch out. Once you need to get out, you need to get out fast and just retreat with your entire team.
Yeah. We actually have ETC just pushing this bot fort. He's going to get that one in time, and he should still be able to stage dive before this fight even starts. It's just a slapping fight right now between the Terrors, a plant here and there, and some polymorphs being thrown out, but it's
Mopsio's
not...
going to drop out a little bit sooner, and I think this might be the starting point to engage, but you can already see Alternate kind of retreating back. They still want to get this kill on the fort, and they might be able to do it. There comes the sprint in, and Mopsio being pushed back once again. Come on, he needs to get out, but stage dive? Nope, not happening. Just a napalm strike.
No, while they're Terra's top, they don't want to engage 4v4. Because who are they losing? They're losing Stitches? Yeah, it's Stitches in the Terra. So again, you don't really want to lose one of your tanks. You don't really want to engage when you don't have a tank physically there with you, until of course he stage dives in. Both plants are now run out. Nothing really transpired during that period of time. I mean, they got mid-fort just about, and they responded by getting a tower top. And now teams are just happy to go and take their merc camps. They don't want to contest each other right now. They know that this map is essentially a best of one. They don't want to risk anything, whereas maybe in the first game we saw really nice mercenary control early on from Alternate by taking the enemy's easy camp. Right now, they know this game's on a knife edge, 14 levels each. Anything could happen right now, and it would be so easy for one team just to overstep their boundary.
Yeah, so it's definitely the safer route. That's why we're also seeing a lot of clairvoyance being popped here on the side of Dignitas. They have a little bit of an edge, just one level, and gonna try to play this out later on. Maybe if they get their level 16s a little bit earlier, they could try and force a team fight. But I think we're gonna have a nightfall before then, and they're gonna be occupied just going for their seeds if they can.
Yeah, Mopsio is going to have to push out this bot lane because, of course, the merc camp that was taken prior. Dignitas did the exact same in top. Mid lane, the easy camps have dissipated. They're actually going to engage onto Alan. He should be able to get out of here and blink away. Takes a lot of damage before doing so. In fact, pops the first aid. So, strange stuff from him. Wasted one, I guess wasted one of his talents here. And now Uth is here to try and help him out.
Oh, there's Chris behind the wall. He pushes everyone back, and the Hyperion comes out. And Chris still fighting here. He didn't have a follow-up ready. Nazeebo wasn't in position. Neither was Zeratul. A little bit unfortunate. Otherwise, this could have been a nice engagement point for Alternate. And now they're catching quite a bit of damage due to that Hyperion. But the fort will still stand. And they're going to go for some seeds here.
Yep,
But
and they're
first,
actually going to contest for the first time.
yeah, let's see if it works. Nice position on Gluehammer. And Alan jumps in onto Chris, but he has to go out again. Not nearly close enough. And Gluehammer being gorged here. Blood Dragon is pushed back. There comes the Apocalypse. Blood Dragon can't really get out of there. And there comes the Ancestral Healing. Gluehammer incredibly low. A great Divine Storm. And a good follow-up here by Zeratul. Nice Void Prison. Awesome escape here for Alternate. But they might still lose Gluehammer. He's incredibly low. And Chris still on the hunt for him. Krolu also being pushed back. But it looks like everyone gets out of this safely. And that was quite a close call here for Alternate. But what a perfect disengage here with that Void Prison. Really good job by Alan.
Yep, and Alan's even just going to go back in, get some more damage down. But even so, they didn't get any seeds from this, and they've lost all control of this top Shambler and the plants alongside it. So they're losing 90 seeds from this. They're going to have to try their best to grab bot. But I'm pretty
might be too
sure,
late.
yeah, Dignitas could easily get down here in time, and it looks like that's what they want to do.
There's the Clairvoyance.
Ravenous
I
Spirit
might
is
have
off
to
cooldown.
abort this. Adrian jumps in there. They want to try to get at least a few seeds, but I think they might have to stop this. There comes the hook onto Alan, and he's dropping quite low, but a good heal and first aid popping. There's the Nazeebo trying to go on top of everyone, but Blood Dragon, he's being healed up again. Alan does get away there on the right side, and Adrian does so as well, but Gluehammer being pushed there in the middle of everyone, and sprints away. Can they all get away again? Krolun might not be so lucky this time. He also sprints away. Oh, it's gonna be so close.
They're
But they
getting
make
away.
it once again. That is
Zeratul wants
insane.
blood.
Alternate, the Masters of Retreat here.
Alan's moving like he wants kills. And Mopsio's joining him here. No, Alan decides against it. He's a smart guy. They got enough to grab their plant though, so it's all good. It could have been a lot worse. Losing no players there. The fact that this game is still 1-for-1 in kills just boggles the mind. But Ardren, he was playing so aggressive. He was lucky that they actually farsighted that instead of face checking him, because the farsight made Ardren aware that they knew his position. Whereas if they'd have just face checked, it would have ended pretty badly. They actually want to engage here.
Oh, this is interesting. They don't want to lose too many seats. Oh, Chris is being pushed out here quite a bit. Can he save himself? I mean, they have that garden chair to keep everyone back, but Adrian already quite low. I don't think they want to lose him right now. Oh, there's the polymorph. They want to engage, push him back, and he's gonna fall here. Or is he? Wow, what a turnover!
Heals and shields.
Wow,
Heals
keeping his cool. Alternate really are the masters of retreat. That's for sure.
Even if he'd have died there, he had enough souls to resurrect, so it wouldn't have been too big a deal. It just would have been a little bit of XP going in the opposite direction. Alternate though, contrary to last time, they actually have their plant a little bit longer and it's a little bit healthier here, so they could get some counter aggression for 10 seconds or so when there's a difference in plants. But again, it'd be a little bit risky. We're still only 1 fort down on each side. The bot lane is down for Alternate. Of course, ETC took that one earlier. And mid down for Dignitas. That was the last Garden Terror that took that one.
Yeah, ETC is really making the best of his mobility here, clearing the lanes as fast as he can, just trying to push that bot lane. Oh, Blood Dragon might be pushed out, but nope. I think the rest of his team is doing a good enough job to just keep him safe. Towers will fall here, but only 6 seconds remaining. I don't think that Alternate is going to push this too hard. Would be a little bit too risky.
No.
And Alan will pop out of that Garden Terror now, and they're going to retreat, of course. Maybe deal with ETC down there, but he can get away if he needs to.
The more worrying thing here for Alternate is that Dignitas have another plant ready and waiting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they got
125
so
seeds.
many seeds in that last night.
And this isn't even going to be worth their time or mana or effort taking these camps. They're going to take the easy camp, But the Garden Terror is just going to stick a plant pot down in mid, and that easy camp will disappear so quickly. Or they're going to run into a hammer. They're going to do the hard camp as well. They could have.
It's just, I think it's just damage control, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. It's making
And there's
sure
the
that
clairvoyance, a
there's.
little bit too late. But they know that they just have to get a few people in lanes to deal with this, and they're gonna push quite hard with this next Garden Terror. This might be game deciding if they manage to pull it off.
Yeah, because up until now it's been Garden Terror versus Garden Terror, but for the first time, we actually have a situation where the Garden Terror could go and split push. That's Blood Dragon, and the rest of the team try and fight 4v4 while someone defends top. And
Oh,
with
Lynx.
Mopsio already on half HP, it's certainly an option.
Yeah, they're going to stop those siege giants in mid lane, and there's a rotation. And ETC is pushing bot.
He's got a hard camp.
Oh yeah, this might actually work out quite well for him. Blood Dragon on top of that top. And Nurok getting pushed up, but he pops the Hyperion. And this is going to push Alternate back here. But not Adrian. Wow. Being quite ballsy here. He does have Resurrection up if he needs to.
Look at how low Krolu is at the back right now. He has to focus his heals on himself before anyone else right now. In fact,
And
he's going to
that's
have
the
to
next
go and
fort going down. And
And
ETC
look at
already
bot, yeah.
marching down onto the bottom keep. What a strong push here. Nice options they have with that split push. Chris will have to get out of there. There's the pushback and the storm. He needs to watch out.
He's used Stone Skin. He's got his Q up very shortly. It's up in 2 seconds. He's going to Q past. Wouldn't expect to see a face melt if anyone jumps on him. But ETC, he's so slippery. And yet look at what he did. He got the bottom wall. He's exhausted the tower of bullets. Got rid of half of them on the keep. And just done a little bit of damage. But even so, the power of ETC while the rest of your team have full control of the map, it's just so immense. And they've got a whole level lead now. They're going to get another Terror here. They may even look to soak up mid lane using Blood Dragon here as he exited the Terror and try and seek the fight 20-19.
Yeah, they can definitely do it. Just a little bit more XP to go for that. Ooh, nice little Void Prison. I think it's just going to be for disengage once again. Yeah. And so it is. Yeah, they know level 20 is just going to be way too scary for them. And just going to rotate down, grab those seats, all the seats they can. It should be the next Garden Terror for Team Dignitas, though. So it's going to be hard to counter, especially with those walls down in bot lane already.
I'm interested to see what Stitches takes at, level 20 here, because of course he could have taken Hardened Shield to make him a bit more of a tanky tank, but instead he went for Blink. We've got triple Blink here coming out for
Well, they
Dignitas.
already have double Stone Skin, so that means they can be a little bit more risky now with their plays. So I do like this. I like this idea. Having double Stone Skin and of course Blood for Blood on Rhaegar does give them a little bit more sustain, which they already have with that build. And going for Bolt of the Storm just makes them opens up a little bit more options.
And now again, Alternate have nothing to do but to fall back to their Merc camps before Dignitas grab their plant. And it looks like Dignitas want to... a little bit of communication problem there. Chris wanted to start the top easy camp, but Blood Dragon took the plant before he was able to start it. So that would have created an immense amount of map pressure in 2 lanes, but instead they've only got mid lane, and it's the lane the plant is going to go down as well. If they'd had it out up top, it would have pushed back the top wave. Meanwhile in bot lane, they're having to use Alan down bot right now. His Void Prison isn't off cooldown yet, so he's just here dealing with Chris and dealing with the split push of ETC, but he's going to have to join his team at some point.
He needs to get back really fast.
Yeah.
They need to rally up again. Otherwise, their keep might fall. It's 2 siege giants. Maybe they can stop him before Blood Dragon gets there, but he's just going to rotate down, go for that keep. And there's the first pot. The remainder of his team just joining now. So they're giving him a little bit of time to react. Alternate actually got rid of those siege giants in mid lane, and are now there in their entirety here to stop this. But they still don't quite have level 20. They need a little bit more XP to go for 20. Just a few more minions to make it happen.
Yeah, we have another plant pot in 5 seconds, so Blood Dragon's going to hang around here, dump another one. And there
And
it
there's
is.
level 20. There is level 20. We have Rewind on Zeratul, Annihilating Spirit on Nazibo. There's the Twilight Archon on Tassadar, and the Improved Apocalypse on Diablo, and of course Divine Hurricane on Mr. Uther.
So think about the situation now, so close to the base, of Alternate. Diablo goes in, dies. Apocalypse. On respawn, because he has souls and can more or less resurge, he uses his ultimate. Apocalypse, that's 2 times. Then runs into the team again, dies again. That's a 3rd Apocalypse. Hopefully by then his team have done some damage, but speaking of damage, they're going in onto Ardren.
And there's the Apocalypse coming in onto Blood Dragon, but it doesn't do all that much. Alternate already pushed back. Alan needs to get out of there. And Diablo is back. He should be joining the fight once again. But didn't make the full use out of this Apocalypse. His team didn't really capitalize on it. There's the overturn onto Salus, and a nice Apocalypse follow-up. Salus does fall. Alan is quite low, and Blood Dragon is healed back up, so they have to get out. Nurok might die, but there's the Bolt of the Storm to get out of that fight safely. Chris caught up behind enemy lines, but I don't think they have enough damage to stop him. Or do they? Alan is trying it.
Ardren
trying to go for Blood Dragon now, and they have him in the sandwich, but there's the Gorge. And another nice heal to keep him back up, but Adrian pops out, and so Stitches falls.
Nurok here is trying to kite, but they really don't want to do any damage to Ardren. In fact, they re-engage with the stage dive.
Oh, that might have been a nice option. Nurok is gonna fall, but Tesla also drops quite low, and Chris has quite a bit of damage in here.
No
and
mana left.
Could go for Gluehammer or Krolu, but they're gonna watch out and still go for that chase. Where's the Overturn? They might not even need it. Nope, there's the final kill. Final blow by Krolu, and what a nice turnaround. Only Rhaegar surviving that fight. This is gonna give him a little bit of breathing room to maybe turn this game around.
Not only gives them breathing room, it gives them hope. Hope that they can actually win a team fight and snowball this game in their favor, or at least turn the tide. Right now they're still a level behind, but levels don't matter right now. Damage, the difference between the levels is very minimal percentage-wise. They've got the same talents. You usually look to fight when, say,
it's going to come down to map control and getting more Shamblers. Or denying Shamblers if they can. I don't think it's going to happen. Cooldowns are almost up. Stitch is already back. ETC is going to wait a little bit longer, 20 more seconds. Raynor, 10 seconds. But it's not going to give him enough time to go for both Garden Terrace and get all seats. But they're going to get quite a few more. See, there's the Hearthstone back.
Yep. They need to deal with this top lane right now. ETC could easily just go and sit up here. If this wave wasn't taken care of, the towers would be very low on mana. ETC could have just gone up there and split push, but they had to deal with that, and they may even look to seek a fight for this top garden turret. It wouldn't do either team any good, and for once they've put ETC in the plant instead of Blood Dragon, realizing that with Blood Dragon outside, there is the massive risk of hooking someone in, and that would work so well for Dignitas.
Yeah, maybe they can do it. There's Void Prison, and Adrian coming in with the Apocalypse. It actually hit Blood Dragon. There's a nice follow-up with a great Divine Hurricane. Blood Dragon caught up between Alan and Gluehammer, but Chris is pushing them back, and Blood Dragon Bolt of the Storm out of there. Rhaegar is on the run, but he doesn't get too much damage onto him. And they're pushing Chris back. I don't think it's going to be too many more kills, but Chris is getting stunned here and being sandwiched in between all these heroes. Gluehammer needs to watch out, though. He's a little bit squishy to actually stop him. And Alan being pushed back and polymorphed here. So Chris, I think he's going to survive this.
Well,
or
he is an ETC.
He's
so
in another sandwich. He could stage dive out of this if he needs to.
He blinked forward to try and push Ardren and Alan back into his team, but only pushed Alan, who blinked straight out of there. Does he have Rewind up? No, Rewind is not up. It's up in 15 seconds for Xerath. Also has a spike in damage then. But Diablo going in.
Diablo.
He's happy to die.
Yeah.
He would be happy to die because, of course, Apocalypse would come off. And it would help his team out immensely, especially if you're not mounted, then you may get hit by Apocalypse.
But the problem is, being so far from your own base, it would kind of be bad for the next team fight, or even going for that push. So I think this is definitely the safer route, going for more seeds, maybe getting their next Garden Terror up. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's going to give them a massive boost for the next night. And there's the stage dive onto Alan. Adrian wasn't caught out in there, and Chris is... Oh, Chris is in the middle of everything. Blood Dragon comes in from the back, and Link heals everyone back up. This is going to be another escape here for Alternate.
They actually want to try and get Nurok here as we see the sprint in denied. Are they going to get onto him?
Oh, that's the wrong direction, Nurok, and there comes the Divine Hurricane. It wasn't enough. Nazebo falls, Krolu being chased by everyone, and he also goes down. Dignitas might actually try to finish here. But first, they want to get Mopsio.
Up. Ardred
And
might Apocalypse now
he's...
just to save Mopsio, but it's not enough.
Oh, Mopsio
Oh,
falls. Oh!
oh! I thought he
The
was
Void
out.
Prism should have gone down a little bit sooner. Apocalypse comes down, not doing all that much. Nothing at all.
Yeah, it
There's the
did nothing.
GG.
Yeah,
Just
so
bypassing everything, just going straight for the core, and that does seem to be the right decision.
yeah,
Way too many cooldowns still up.
they are
Adrian
trying to
just
take
running
down
around.
Salas, but even so, it just won't be enough. Dignitas are going to take this best of 3 series 2-1 versus a very hard-fought alternate. They're actually going to get a kill on Link to end things, but even so, Dignitas really well played. They were 1-0 down, absolutely destroyed Cursed Hollow. And then this game, I really like best of 3s, even if the first 2 games aren't the greatest. Coming into a game like this, 25 minutes, 1 level between the 2, the team fights at the end were just so back and forth.
Yeah.
And for it to end like that, it's great to see how close these 2 teams really are.